America, the land of freedom. But behind this freedom lies a history of struggle, war, ambition, betrayal, and impossible courage. A journey that began with a few European settlers and ended with the rise of the most powerful nation on Earth. The story begins in 1607, when the first permanent English settlement was established in Jamestown, Virginia. These early settlers were not ready for the wild, unknown land. They faced starvation, harsh winters, and deadly conflict with Native American tribes. By the end of the first winter, most of the settlers had died. But one thing kept the colony alive: tobacco, a single plant that would shape the future of America. By 1620, another group arrived, the Pilgrims in Plymouth, seeking religious freedom, not wealth. These early beginnings created the foundation of the American identity: struggle, faith, survival, and the dream of a new life. By the mid-1700s, the British Empire controlled 13 colonies along the Atlantic coast. Life was improving, but so was anger. In 1765, the Stamp Act ignited a fire. Why should colonists pay taxes without representation in Parliament? A new American consciousness was forming, a belief that freedom must be earned. 1775, gunshots at Lexington and Concord. The American Revolution had begun. George Washington took command of the Continental Army. Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence. Benjamin Franklin shaped alliances that would change history. On July 4th, 1776, the colonies declared themselves free. The British Empire was shocked. After years of brutal conflict, in 1783, America won. A small group of colonies defeated one of the strongest empires on Earth. Winning the war was only the beginning. Building a nation was far harder. In 1787, the United States Constitution was written, a document that would define democracy for centuries. In 1789, George Washington became the first president. The Bill of Rights was added. Political parties were born, and the young nation began expanding westward, searching for land, opportunity, and destiny. But behind the dream was a dark truth. Millions of Africans were enslaved in the southern states, treated as property, forced to labor for generations. Figures like Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman, and many others fought against this injustice. The nation grew, but so did the divide between North and South. April 12, 1861, the Civil War began. A war between Americans over the soul of the nation. Abraham Lincoln led the Union. Ulysses S. Grant and Robert E. Lee clashed in some of the bloodiest battles in history. Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, a declaration that enslaved people in the Confederacy were free. After 4 years of devastation, the Union won. Slavery ended, but at a terrible cost. Just days later, Lincoln was assassinated. America lost the leader who saved it. After the Civil War, America changed forever. Railroads connected the nation. Factories filled the cities. Steel, oil, and electricity powered a new age. Rockefeller, Carnegie, Edison, and Ford created industries that transformed the world. America was no longer a young nation. It was becoming a giant. In 1914, Europe erupted into war. America stayed neutral until 1917. When American troops arrived in Europe, the balance shifted. Their strength helped the Allies achieve victory. A new message spread across the world. The United States had arrived as a global power. October 29, 1929, the stock market crashed. Banks collapsed. Millions lost their jobs. It was the darkest economic moment in American history. But President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal restored hope, put people back to work, and rebuilt the nation's confidence. On December 7, 1941, Japan attacked Pearl Harbor. America entered World War II. From Normandy to the Pacific, American forces fought across the world. Hiroshima and Nagasaki marked the end of the war and the beginning of a new era. By 1945, the United States emerged as a superpower, militarily, economically, and politically. The world split into two, the United States and the Soviet Union. For 40 years, tension ruled the planet. The Berlin airlift, the Korean War, the Cuban Missile Crisis, the Vietnam War, and a race to the moon. In 1969, America achieved the impossible, landing the first humans on the moon. In 1991, the Soviet Union collapsed. The Cold War ended, and America stood alone as the world's dominant power. After the Cold War, America entered a new era. Technology exploded. The internet transformed the world. Globalization connected nations like never before. But on September 11, 2001, everything changed. The attacks shook the nation and reshaped global politics. From a handful of settlers in 1607 to the mightiest nation on earth, America's rise is one of the greatest stories in human history. But even the strongest nations face the same truth. The future belongs to those who learn from the past. So the real question is not how America rose, but how long it can stay on top.